What's good? If it sounds different in this room, that's because it is. I'm recording in the kitchen this time because I'm always inconvenienced by something. But anyway, I just basically wanted to give you, I guess, like an update on the whole mortgage things because one, I don't want people to be thinking, oh, he only did that just for clout and stuff, and then two, I guess not, I don't know, giving you updates or something like that and thinking that this is like a shame or whatever. It's really not. I wish it was. Gosh, I wish it was. But when it comes down to things, I'm also tired as hell. Just got through cutting the grass. And my brain is not all the way there, so excuse me if I'm not necessarily sounding like I'm doing what I should be doing. But anyway, so when it comes to this house situation, I'm just saying it like it is. We're still fucked, to be perfectly honest. And at the end of all things, we still don't necessarily know what's going to happen. We went to a free, like, legal attorney place thing and tried to see if we can get something sorted there. But in the end of all things, the company SBS is still trying to, you know, screw us around and whatever, essentially, because apparently they were trying to keep the insurance going up and up and up, even though that wasn't necessarily like the major thing that was like a problem all the time ago. Because we kept paying $500 onto that bill and whatever, and then now they're like, "Oh, you've been paying 500, but that was just of like, of the ad. That's like the base amount that you've been paying for. Really, you haven't paid the added charge of it. Which where the hell did that come from? Number one, and then, like, number two, the attorney didn't really do much. And the thing is, this is the same attorney that my mom dealt with last time when it comes down to things, essentially. Because before like the SPS people got the mortgage on the house this time, it was actually owned by another bank, essentially. And then, she went through the same attorney legal thing again. So basically, she's doing the same damn dance one more time, and it's annoying. And with all that, basically, it turned out essentially talking to these people, trying to figure this stuff out. What ends up happening now is essentially that it's not anything positive. There's nothing really positive about the situation, essentially. So what it comes down to is just that either we gonna get the money to get this thing done and pay off all this nonsense so we don't have to deal with this bullshit anymore, or we're gonna just lose the house, and that's essentially it. And I do not feel like losing this house right now. One, because obviously we got nowhere else to go. Two, um, and the thing is too, I don't even care. Like, this is the house that I grew up in, right? But I don't even care to hold on to this house for sentimental reasons. Like, if we can find a bigger and better place to go to, if that's what the Lord is willing to happen, then let it happen, right? Like, I'd rather go to a different place with a better house than stay in this one that has already a lot of issues with the bad wiring and, like, damage by nature and stuff like that, and wood and stuff need to be replaced and whatever, and a whole host of problems when it comes to this house and whatever, right? I'd rather not deal with this and just go into a different house. But at the end of all things, if that's the miracle that would happen, then sure, cool. But at the current moment in time, I don't necessarily know anybody that is going to help us out and whatever, and essentially give us the aid that we need. So again, when it comes down to things, I don't necessarily know where the help is going to come from. I don't necessarily know what we can potentially do. Because as I said before, there really isn't a plan. We're just kind of doing this for as long as we got the house, honestly. And when it comes down to things, now, essentially, by August 1st, which is already past that, we were supposed to pay like, what, $998 to keep, like, things in check. We didn't pay that because we don't have the effing money, because they keep adding effing money to things that we don't already have in our control. It's already out of our control, obviously. So when it comes down to things, because we didn't pay that, I'm not necessarily sure what's going to happen. I'm hoping that they'll just at least give us like a warning or something, or at least give us a little bit more time, because I don't know, they could sweep the house under our feet any day now. That's probably what they're looking for. And really, if I had to give it like a time frame, I would say maybe August 5th. If we don't find something that can give the money up like immediately, then who knows what's gonna happen, right? And it just it's just a struggle, to be honest, right? Like I said before, I've been trying to get this channel going, try to make sure that the subs keep growing, because if we get the subs there, then that'd be fine. Like honestly, the only amount of money that I made off YouTube so far since getting into the partner program last month was $20. That does nothing, honestly. And even Patreon with the $20 that's there, that doesn't really help. I'm grateful for the people that is there, but that doesn't necessarily help either, right? It's just a struggle of a situation, no matter how we're looking at this, honestly. So, at the end of all things, again, I would just ask that you share this video around, share, the previous video around where we talked about this situation, because I don't necessarily know what to do. Maybe this was also the reason why I kind of got kicked from going to college at this point. Maybe this is the reason why, because if there's something were to happen that we lose this house, there would be no way in hell I could actually focus on, going to school and doing what I'm supposed to do there. There's no way in hell I could focus on doing that. No way. And maybe that's the reason why I haven't. This is what led up to not me getting my associates and stuff, because even if I went to school, would I get money off of that? Yeah, the free aid that the government gives you, but to be honest, that doesn't really do anything. Mostly because the school probably just give me what, $400, which that doesn't necessarily amount to anything either. So again, doesn't necessarily make any sense. And for somebody even say, "Oh, why don't you go get a job?" Well, you're looking at a shit ton of money in a short amount of time. I don't necessarily think a job is going to save my ass in a short amount of time. Even if for some bombastic, bonkers reason, I were to go work with my dad for some reason, that wouldn't necessarily work out either, because he doesn't get just like money like that to just throw and just, fix things up, right? We will have enough money to pay for the bills for the months, but then at the same time, it might not even be that way. So at the end of all things, it's just not good overall. So, and then again, why would I want to work with my father when literally he's the same person that also put us in this very same situation? So I'd rather not. But when it comes down to things, it's just not easy. It's just not easy. And I'm still not necessarily knowing what the hell to do. Right? If there was like somebody that came through like Mr. Beast or something like that, maybe, we can get something sorted out, right? Because like I said, asking for $150,000 for just completely getting us out of this, it's not just money that you can just get like that. You're asking basically for an investment. And like I said, I'm not necessarily saying that, oh, I'll do this, get the money for free or whatever. Like, I'm more than willing to prove myself. But when it comes down to things, and I think I have, considering that we've been here for almost 4 years at this point, I'm more than willing to prove myself when it comes down to things. But I'm not necessarily out to just, surrender what's left of my dignity over and just be shamed or something like that, or like, I don't necessarily know, like, be someone's pet monkey or something like that to get some money like that, right? I don't feel like just going through some hoops like that, no. But I'll be more than willing to, prove myself that yes, I am worth that investment in some shape and form, right? So that's essentially how it kind of is, honestly, right? And I ain't even asking like, and again, I'm not even asking like for an easier life, like amount of money to get an easier life, right? through this type of situation. Like, I'd rather work on that myself and do that for, and that's what YouTube is for, to get that and work that easier life, instead of just like, you know, being like handed to it. Because I feel like somebody might like, oh, I'll hand you the money, but then, you know, you might be undeserving of it, or you might not necessarily, you know, do what you're supposed to with the money. And I'm going to do that because do it do anybody want to be homeless? Honestly, I don't think anybody wants to be homeless, right? So again, when it comes down to things, I'm just gonna wrap it up because my brain is still tired and all that's junk, especially after cutting their ass. And I don't necessarily feel like talking too long, right? So when it comes down to things, again, I'm just basically saying that the situation isn't solved. Nothing good has happened yet. And we're still screwed at the end of the day when it comes to the situation. If there is anybody that comes through that would like to, you know, donate and send money my way, that'd be great. And that would be helpful. You know, at least even if it's just enough to get these insurance people their money and off our backs, and that would be decent. You know, that if we got the mortgage done, that'd be amazing. That'd be the best thing ever, right? You know, and if we can find some way just to get that going, that'd be great. But you know, at the where it stands, I don't necessarily know what's gonna happen, especially when it comes to the fifth. I don't necessarily know what's gonna happen. I'm pretty much, you know, in a place of just straight worry constantly. And I try not to show that in these videos, and that's the reason why I haven't really mentioned an update either, because I don't want to worry anybody about the situation. But when time is of the essence and, you know, things is like really getting up your ass in the worst possible way, you start to worry, and it's not necessarily great. Like, I'm still trying to look for God into this situation, try to see if we can find some answer out of all this, what I'd have to do, or is there anything I can do in the situation, or what am I missing here? Is there someone out there that can, you know, supply something? But whereas it stands, I don't necessarily know, right? I don't necessarily know. I ain't gonna necessarily lie. It's just really tiring, frustrating mostly too, and just in a state of unknown. Like, I like the unknown, don't get me wrong, because sometimes the unknown can be fun and good. But when it's the unknown like this is the worst part of the unknown that you can probably get to, right? Like, I don't know. And then the thing is, sometimes people be put in bad situations, but they still be fine at the end of all things. Or like, you know, they be at least not in that position anymore, be in a better position. Because anytime I'm thinking about this now, and I hate to do this or say this, but it just with the situation that we in, I'm just thinking about it. I'm just thinking about like Tyga situation, and how he was like, you know, harassed and stalked by this one dude, that rich dude. I'm like, and honestly, I hate to say this and think this way, but it's like, damn, it would be kind of nice if I had somebody to kind of stalk me a little bit, trying to give me some money constantly, right? Not saying that honestly to want that. I don't want that. The money part, yes, keep that going, but obviously, like, no. But still, it's just like, damn, I kind of wish someone like that came through, but in a better way than obviously stalking me or something like that, right? So at the end of all things, it's just frustratingly difficult, and it's just mad annoying, honestly, right? That's essentially why also 10K is valuable to get this year too, right? And it's valuable to keep this channel going and subscribed and all this stuff. But that's essentially, again, all I got to say for this one. So hopefully you understand the situation we're going through. And again, if you can share it around, please do. It is crucial and important that you do. Because if I can't necessarily have a house on my head, then the content is definitely going to be on pause for a good ass while, right? And I don't want that. So when it comes down to things, that's essentially all I have for you for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on the socials and just like to donate to the channel. Patreon is available as well. Also, I might just slap Cash App at the bottom, honestly now, because I don't know. I'm just gonna keep open every single avenue that I have where money can be gained or it can be put in somewhere. So I'll drop the Cash App at the bottom, and maybe if you want to donate that way, then you can too. And just have that, because I used to have Cash App on my videos, but I just don't do it no more. But I'm gonna bring it back. So that's also a thing. But anyway, again, hopefully somebody can come through. That'd be great, and that'd be the best thing that could happen. And or you know, the channel pop off really quickly, and we get something from that, and that would be great too. And maybe that can help us out. But yeah, until then, that's just being your boy Jay. Signing off. Have a blessed day.